This tiny freak of nature eats greenhouse gas for breakfast, and science just found out in 2025. No, it's not a Marvel villain. It's a real creature, alive right now, munching on methane at the bottom of the ocean like it's Taco Tuesday in the underworld. Scientists are baffled. Environmentalists are intrigued. And content creators? Well, you're about to learn how this weird little sea critter is the ultimate storytelling weapon and how to turn it into viral gold. By the end of this journey, you'll not only understand how this creature is hijacking climate change behind science's back, but you'll also learn how to build unforgettable narratives, capture attention, and turn obscure facts into magnetic stories people can't stop watching. Who is this creepy methane eater? There's an animal crawling around the ocean floor that looks like a haunted daddy long legs and lives in complete darkness. It doesn't have lungs. It doesn't have a proper stomach. And now scientists have confirmed it's using methane to survive. Not to set the mood or warm its little toes, but as an actual energy source. Meet Cercospora, a sea spider that sounds like a fantasy villain and lives like one too. Found near methane seeps on the seafloor, this spider was already weird enough to qualify for its own alien documentary. But in 2025, researchers finally confirmed that this animal harbors methane-eating bacteria on its exoskeleton, and these bacteria feed it. The spider's literal skin is a methane-based snack bar. Science facepalms in shock. In a study conducted between 2023 and early 2025 by Occidental College and deep-sea research teams, scientists dove in the Alvin submersible, basically the Uber of ocean research, to collect 36 specimens of this bizarre animal. When they analyzed them using Cat13C isotope tracing, they discovered that carbon from methane was entering the sea spider's body via bacterial symbionts. The Game Changer. One marine biologist was quoted saying, "We had no idea they were doing this." Translation: we've been watching plankton fart methane bubbles for decades and missed the part where spiders turn them into dinner. Science got outsmarted by something with legs for lungs and a face that looks like it owes you money. Real-life superpower unlocked. So what does this all mean? First, methane is one of the most dangerous greenhouse gases out there, over 80 times more potent than carbon dioxide in the short term. Normally, it bubbles up from the ocean floor and escapes into the atmosphere like a silent climate assassin. But in this case, Cercospora and its bacteria sidekicks are intercepting it. They are the ocean's unpaid, gas-devouring interns. These sea spiders represent a previously unknown methane sink. Their partnership with bacteria is a tiny but mighty contribution to climate balance. While humans are out here arguing over paper straws and gas stoves, this nightmare crab is quietly saving the planet one bubble at a time. 3 new species? Because one wasn't enough. As if that wasn't enough, 3 of the collected specimens turned out to be entirely new species. That's right. Science found a methane-eating spider, and then discovered it has siblings with slightly different outfits and possibly more disturbing skills. It's like discovering Batman has 3 brothers and they're all into renewable energy. In 2025, researchers officially confirmed these new species and are still investigating how they differ in their methane-fueled lifestyles. If this were a superhero movie, this is where the camera pans to the villain's lair, but instead it's a crevice full of fart bubbles and spiders doing bacteria deals in the dark. Why content creators should care? If you're a content creator, science nerd, or just someone trying to break through the noise online, this story is basically a cheat code. Because it checks all the boxes for what makes content go viral. It's strange, it's true, it has stakes, and it's totally unexpected. Want to turn this into a binge-worthy video or shareable post? Follow this storytelling blueprint. Start with a hook that punches your viewers' curiosity in the face. This spider eats greenhouse gas. Then drop the reveal that sparks disbelief. And it does it with bacteria living on its skin. Next, hit the twist that makes people feel smarter for sticking around. Scientists didn't even know until 2025. Follow that with the impact. This tiny freak might be helping reduce climate change. And finally, drop a call to action. What other monsters of science are lurking below, quietly saving the planet? This isn't just about content, it's about narrative power. With the right structure, you can make people laugh, learn, and lean in, all while sneaking in some microbiology on the side. Methane, from threat to snack. Methane is usually the villain in our climate horror story. It's what cows belch, what oil rigs leak, and what your uncle won't shut up about at Thanksgiving when he's denying climate change. But now, methane's getting bullied by a spider that looks like it escaped from a Guillermo del Toro concept sketch. Cercospora and its bacteria co-stars don't just reduce methane, they consume it, process it, and turn it into something life-sustaining. They've taken the climate's worst enemy and turned it into dinner.
Anchor them to the seafloor, a behavior that likely provides additional stability and protection. By securing the eggs in one place, the male reduces the risk of them being lost to strong ocean currents or freezing conditions. This level of paternal care is rare among marine arthropods, but it's not entirely unique. Similar behaviors are seen in seahorses, where males carry developing embryos in pouches, and giant water bugs, which carry eggs in their backs. However, sea spiders stand out because they
powered spider with skin bacteria and no lungs, without getting laughed out of the room. But real life? Real life eats fiction for breakfast. With methane syrup. Let's shift gears for a second. You've got a story. A weird one. A true one. Now, how do you tell it so people don't scroll past it while eating cereal? Start strong with an irresistible hook, the kind that makes people spit their coffee. There's a spider at the bottom of the ocean that eats greenhouse gas. Urine. Then provide a quick, mind-blowing visual. Show the deep sea. Bubbles rising. Cue ominous music. Throw in a dramatic zoom on a sea spider. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't eat normally. It uses bacteria to process methane. Now comes the twist: this creature could actually help fight climate change. Scientists were unaware until now. Audience eyes widen. Minds are officially blown. Finally, empower your viewer. You've just learned something most people haven't. Now imagine the stories you could tell, or the impact this discovery could have if more people knew. Use humor throughout. Roast your own script. Mock the spider's appearance. Drop weird comparisons. This is what happens when a shrimp cosplays as a haunted USB stick. Audiences don't just want to be informed, they want to be entertained. Blend the two and you win. Even science loves a good plot twist. You'd think that by 2025, we'd have discovered all the wild tricks animals have up their sleeves, or legs in this case. But nope. Mother Nature keeps a folder labeled "to be revealed later." Must be weird. The methane-powered sea spider was filed under that tab for decades. This discovery reminds us that even science thrives on storytelling. Plot twists, hidden players, surprise heroes. And that's where your role as a creator kicks in. You are the bridge between the wild truth and the people who need to hear it told in a way they'll never forget. Whether you're making educational content, documentaries, comedy science shorts, or just nerding out with your followers, never forget the power of surprise. Weird while why it matters. That's the storytelling flow. And now, you've got a methane-powered example to prove it. So let's sum it up. We've met a deep-sea creature that doesn't have lungs, dines on methane thanks to bacterial skin armor, and may play a secret role in saving the climate. Scientists were shocked. The internet? Still catching up. But you now know how to take that story and turn it into narrative magic. This wasn't just a story about a methane spider. It was a masterclass in how to turn unexpected science into pure storytelling fuel. Now, here's what you can do next. Hit that like button if you learned something weird today. Subscribe for more Science Meets Sass content. Drop your weirdest science fact in the comments and maybe we'll turn it into the next video. Because the world's full of hidden stories. And it's up to creators like you to tell them.